one elite soldier.
I gotta break some brush, find some high ground to document all this stuff from.
On an impossible mission.
Air vehicle coming.
Command Central, we have an unknown person moving into the wood line.
Against a deadly force.
It looks like we might have contact. On my light! On my light!
Will he survive?
This is Whiskey. Mission status is as follows. Identify weapons, mission completed.
Few have ever known the heart-stopping intensity of sighting down the barrel of an M4 on a covert military operation. Now, see it through the eyes of Spec Ops veteran Will Willis as he competes against combat-hardened opposition in the harshest environments. With 15 years as an operator, he'll need all his military experience to succeed on Special Ops Mission. Will Willis is on a 24-hour simulated mission to locate weapons of mass destruction. He doesn't know who or what he's going to encounter.
Whiskey, this is Command Central, over.
Will is monitored and guided in the mission by Army Special Ops veteran Sergeant Matt Anderson, who follows his progress from a remote command center.
It's Whiskey, go ahead. A rebel force has acquired weapons
Of mass destruction. You were to
locate and infiltrate the rebel camp, document the existence of those weapons. Break. The camp is guarded by a highly trained paramilitary force with orders to
shoot intruders on sight.
Command Central out.
Once Will drops in, he will be operating alone. No camera crews will go with him. He's carrying his own cameras, including one mounted on his M4 that sees what he sees. His pack is loaded with the gear he'll need for a 24-hour surveillance mission.
All right, first and foremost, I got my M4 carbine in case I run into any bad guys. I've got my body armor, all the tactical gear I need to survive for 24 hours in this hostile environment. I've got my weapon-mounted camera. I can cover myself, and I can look out my direction of movement and film anything I need to see out there. I've got a hip camera. I've got a good still camera for taking stills of the objective area. It's gonna be a good day. Typically on a special operations recon like this, you would have a 4 or 8-man team. But I'm gonna do this one all by myself, and we'll see what happens. All right.
So I just did a rappel infill into this area. Got away from the LZ as quickly as possible, so that the bad guys, if they saw a helicopter, I got to get away, make sure that they don't find me.
3 kilometers to the north, in Covert Canyon, the opposition force, or OP4, assembled to defend their camp. Their objective is to defend 4 valuable assets. 1, at the south end of the compound are cargo containers that house their weapons. 2, in the middle is their communication center. 3, in the north is their aircraft hangar. And 4, in the west is their encampment and generators. On this mission, the rebel force represents over 40 years of active military experience and a wide range of expertise. Charlie Parrish, expert in hand-to-hand combat.
If we encounter him up close, then we're going to lay rounds downrange and put him out.
John Beltran fought the Taliban in Afghanistan.
We're getting fired at, we'll return fire, but if we can capture him, interrogate him, and gather some intelligence to see what else is out there.
Jason Kyle, 2 tours in Iraq.
If I see any movement, all I have to do is squeeze the trigger and we got ourselves a kill.
Rich McDonough has led hundreds of dangerous search and seizure missions on the high seas.
He's not going to make it. He's definitely going to lose.
And Mike Lee, member of the Generation Kill Marine Recon Unit, with one thing on his mind.
Winning.
Both sides are armed with military-issue assault weapons, M4s and M16s. They are loaded with simunition, a non-lethal alternative to live ammunition that leaves a visible mark on impact. Available only to military and elite law enforcement, simunition is the closest thing to the real deal.
When it hits, it packs a pretty good smack.
Feels like somebody hit you with a rock.
Eye protection must be worn, and in normal training exercises, total head protection is also required. One shot to the torso is a kill shot.
This is pretty hot. Not too bad. What I'm gonna do is I just pull out my compass here, and this terrain is steep enough that I can just pick a feature on the ground and I can walk to that feature without having to mess around with my compass too much.
Will's plan was to sneak into the compound under the protection of the brush, but it's proving more difficult than he anticipated. And with only 24 hours to complete his mission, this is not a promising start.
I am actually on my hands and knees right now, trying to move through some of this scrub brush. It is just so thick that this is really the only way I'm going to be able to get through it. I am really not liking this very much. Now, the shemagh, this thing that I'm wearing around my neck here, the shemagh is actually helping protect my neck and other sensitive places from these sticks and so on.
Let's roll out, patrol the AO, do an LPOP over the Connex boxes. That gives you good visibility of our entire compound here. Keep your eyes open. If you see anybody, get them.
The OPFOR begin with foot patrols to sweep the compound for intruders and to secure their assets.
What we need to do is find some good foliage and brush a hole up in where he can't see us and we can see him.
Guarding a huge compound with just 5 men will be tough, so the OPFOR look for the most strategic place to set up an observation post.
Tommy 1, Tommy 5, do you have eyes on us from your position? Over.
Roger, we can see you.
Can't see them through the binos.
Good, because we do not have eyes on you from this position.
Roger, this is where we're going to hole up. Go ahead and start your patrol with your vehicle, and I will keep comms with you, over.
It's kind of the more unconventional approach to guarding these things. You got the conventional, you got sentries walking around them. So if we had to, engage in a firefight, we're already uphill, he's downhill. So if we see him, we make first contact. I think we have the upper hand up here.
I'm taking trees from behind me, cutting them down, and I'm placing them in front of the ground and around me just to break up my concealment. I don't want to take any of the shrubbery that's in front of me to make it look like it's been altered or anything like that.
Meanwhile, Will's plan is not working out quite like he imagined.
Looks like I am not getting anywhere near the objective before dark. And after 6 hours of humping 70 pounds plus of gear across this lousy terrain, I'm starving.
A lot of people and a lot of different schools of thoughts on MREs and what you should or shouldn't eat. I'm a big fan of whatever's in the package, open it, eat it. See that rice? See how buttery that is? That's straight calories right there. You want to gain weight? Eat 3 of these things a day. This rice is not bad. It's the best rice that I have ever had. Ever. Ever, ever. It's better than drinking my own urine, I guess. Or eating a maggot.
As dusk comes, the OPFOR begin to realize what it's like to be an under-equipped insurgent force.
As it gets darker, Our job becomes harder and harder. We have no night vision capability and no knowledge of where he's going to strike. So we have to button up tight and hope we see him before he sees us.
Right now, with these fading light conditions, we pull what's called stand to. Now, stand to is a period of time where we let our eyes adjust to the changing light conditions. So we try not to be up moving around too much.
7 hours into the mission, Will is still a half mile from his target. Meanwhile, the OPFOR implement a new plan for nighttime security.
Right now we're going to reposition the lights so we have a better angle to see people approaching instead of us being blinded while we're sitting in our camp.
What is that generator powering all these lights? Actually, the lights are to our advantage because we don't have NVGs.
All right, so how about you guys start on patrol?
The OPFOR continue patrols. Because of darkness, they've pulled back their overwatch sentries to keep them in camp, where they can react more quickly to any infiltration.
Definitely hearing generators, definitely hearing vehicles. I'm right there. Okay, so I need to be extra careful.
It's really hard to catch an intelligent and dedicated opponent by a vehicle. But if he's moving out in the open or moving on the fringes of our light, then we might be able to catch sight of it.
I know I hear vehicles. I got eyes on the objective. I gotta get closer if I want to gather any intel. It's kind of nice having night vision.
So, when do you think he's going to make his move? Do you think he's breached our security yet?
I don't know. Probably do it around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning when we're all dog-ass tired. That's what I do.
Suddenly, the lights go out, throwing the OPFOR camp into total darkness and confusion. But seeking out the cause could put them in direct confrontation with Will.
So the generator just went out. We don't know if he just ran out of gas or if somebody, killed the lights, killed the power. So we're gonna go check it out.
The OPFOR suspects sabotage and are taking an aggressive posture to flank and surround the generator station.
You covered the south side of the tents. We'll circle around to the north, see if we can catch him.
Pretty sure I heard some voices talking. So I'm just gonna hunker down here for a minute. See what happens.
Tommy 5, Tommy 5, Tommy 3. Roger, be advised, camp clear, moving out to the generator, over.
Okay.
That's a solid copy, Tommy 4. Approach with caution, over.
It's out of gas. I got this. I'll meet you back here in 5 months.
After they discover the generator's out of gas, the OPFOR call off the search, much to the relief of Will, who's hiding nearby.
This area's clear over here. I got nothing. Let's go back to ops normal. Yeah, we've instituted a rest plan, 2 up, 3 down. At least 2 of us will patrol the camp all night. If he's out there and he's moving, we'll catch him.
That was too close. They're clearly in a heightened state of alert and expect me to hit the night. So I'm moving to a safer place. I'll let them wear themselves out. We'll see what I can do in the morning.
We've been patrolling all night. Right now it's just the two of us while the other three sleep.
There's nothing like 3 hours of sleep to recharge the battery.
Will has pulled back from the perimeter and found a hide site where he can execute his morning routine undisturbed.
Right now, personal hygiene. My personal hygiene is basically going to consist of just shedding this body armor for about 6 seconds. And just getting all the sticks out of my shirt here. Again, my shemagh is really gonna come in handy here. God, I mean, all this debris really goes down my shirt, down into my waistline. It really chews up my waistline. You can really see that a little bit right along here. I'm really kind of raw where my kit's been rubbing. So yeah, how's that for a little personal hygiene?
Hey, Charlie, come here.
What's up?
See that right there?
After a long night of patrolling, the OPFOR spot what they think is a figure on the ridge across the valley.
Dude, that could be him. I'll call it in. Wake these guys up, let them know.
All right.
At the same moment, Will is trying to make up time to meet his 24-hour deadline.
I have to cut across this runway to get over there.
Will cannot take the safe but long way through the brush. He must run the risk of exposure to complete his mission on time.
Okay, this is bad. I'm totally exposed right now. But hopefully, speed is my security.
Let's go. This is Tommy 5. We are proceeding to Woodline, over.
I hear a vehicle coming.
The OPFOR speed past Will, headed for the place where they thought they saw someone.
I'm gonna go up here.
All right. You see anything?
I don't.
I don't either.
Do you hear it?
No.
The OPFOR have made a critical mistake. By being too aggressive in their hunt for intruders, they have left valuable assets unguarded.
I see the Connex boxes. My next objective. There should be weapons in there.
I got a vehicle. Hide a red. Personnel on the ground over there. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Here, check this out. All right. So just past that tree, you see, there we go. There's some personnel walking around over there. Looks like he's wearing a uniform. Definitely a tent right underneath the shade of that tree.
Of course, by the time we got eyes on him, he'd dropped down into these bushes. And we haven't seen him since. So I'm thinking hasty ambush. Lay an ambush on that road, wait for him to cross, then.
All right.
It's a good plan, except Will is already over the road and onto his objective.
I'm reaching this Connex box. I gotta pick this lock, basically.
The OPFOR approach Will's position, but drive right past on their way to set an ambush.
Okay, Mike, I am way in the open right here. This is a tough thing to complete all by yourself. I'll tell you that right now. So,
Our plan is as follows, right? We will leave our command post in the vehicle with 2 teams. We will drop 1 team along the upper perimeter road to set up an LPOP/blocking position. The vehicle-mounted team will continue to patrol to draw the aggressor's attention, hopefully leading him into our LPOP.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to pick this lock. Okay. And it should just be a matter of lifting up a few fingers. That was smooth. That was fast. I think that's the fastest I've ever picked up lock in my life.
It has taken Will almost a full 24 hours to reach this objective.
Take a couple pictures.
It's way too thick. Yeah, nobody's moving through this quietly.
Meanwhile, the OPFOR have their first encounter with the dense brush.
Okay, let's backtrack out and see if we can find another way in.
And you see how much noise we're making, so if anyone else is traveling in this, we're making just as much as noise.
Will must now get this valuable intel to his commander before the 24-hour deadline.
You know, if I stick to the rocks, that's great. But if I don't get away from that airfield down there, anybody driving down that thing will see me moving.
At the same time, the opposition force has been looking for him about 400 yards away in the heavy brush that surrounds the camp.
This position just isn't feasible. Our observation at best is maybe 5 meters inside this brush. So we're gonna go back, recock, and come up with a different plan.
I'm in a decent location right now for a security halt. I can see what's below me pretty well. I've got a big rock over here limiting the avenues of approach.
Will is set up in a good hide site. He's in a safe spot to upload his images and hopefully complete his mission.
We sometimes take our laptops into the field for recon operations. By getting on my computer, sending images as soon as I possibly can, before I'm even exfilmed, is crucial. That way, nobody has to wait on me to finally get to my extraction location in order to take action. I'm kind of rolling in a heightened state of alert
I mean, I'm conscious of the background noise that I hear. I hear vehicles driving around. It's all about, having a good circle of awareness. 360-degree security at all times. Actually, it's not even a circle of awareness. You have to have a sphere of awareness, because you got to think about what's coming from below you. You got to think about what's underground, all right, in the form of like IEDs, mines, and stuff like that. You got to think about what's over your head in terms of air forces, satellite imagery. And so now I've got all this stuff consolidated into a folder. I can take this folder right here. That's it. I'm going to send it off to my chain of command.
Looks like this handle has been jimmied.
Meanwhile, the OPFOR confront the evidence that tells them they have failed at least part of their mission.
Well, let's open it.
Okay. You got it? Opening.
Command Central, Whiskey, Whiskey, go ahead.
Roger, Whiskey, Whiskey. We have received your imagery. However, these are not the weapons we are looking for. I say again, these are not the weapons we are looking for. We are looking for heavier ordnance. Break.
The Sidewinder missiles may be valuable intelligence, but Will's mission was to find weapons of mass destruction.
We have new intel that a delivery will be arriving at the airplane hangar within the next hour. Your new objective is to recon and gather any intel. You have 1 hour to complete this. Command Central out.
You cannot try, as a chain of command, to try to control the movement of an operator on the ground when you don't have the slightest clue what's going on. Okay? And I'm not saying that guy doesn't know what's going on. I mean, I don't think that guy's moving around and he thinks that going from point A to point B 300 meters is going to take me 3 minutes. It doesn't work like that.
Let's lock this back up.
Top of 5, Tommy 2.
2, this is 5, go.
One of you guys want to help me flush this out up here?
Negative. Why don't you come down? We'll check the commo shed, because if he was close enough to penetrate this, he could have penetrated that as well.
In an effort to try to meet this forsaken time hack of noon, and then maneuvering through a nice, clear, open area, because really that's the only place where I can move quickly, toward my objective.
All right, well, if you got that, I don't know if he's over there or there. I don't think he came back around this way, unless he penetrated that in the morning.
The OPFOR are in a strategic dilemma, distracted from protecting their assets by the desire to track down the intruder.
We need to catch this guy. We need to nail his ass to the wall.
I'm at my main road. If anybody came right now, I would be screwed. Speed for security. I'm gonna creep out here, see what I can see. Once I get across the road, it'll be straight break and brush. I just gotta find a good entry point where I won't get hung up the second I step across the road. Good as they can go. So I made it across the road pretty good. Exposed myself quite a bit when I did it. And now I gotta break some brush, find some high ground to document all this stuff from.
With the weapons delivery minutes away, Will has to find a good position for photographing the drop-off, and then he has 30 minutes to get out. Meanwhile, the OPFOR interrupt their own search and destroy efforts to prepare for the delivery.
Our plan is we will take 2 men, drop them now near the gate for overwatch, at which point the other 3 members of our team will move back up into position to receive cargo.
Right now, I am at my hindsight for my second recon. Confirm weapons of mass destruction. There's not much standoff between me and the objective right now. Maybe 100 yards.
if these guys come flooding toward me, I might not be able to get away. I got somebody in the bushes behind me. Got a truck on the objective over here. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm just gonna lay low for a second.
Cargo's confirmed. Shutting gate.
I'd like to see what's underneath that tarp, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Jason thinks he's spotted a potential threat in the rocks above the North Road.
You see that rock right here with like the man-sized hole in it in the crack? Stare in there for a minute, see if you see movement.
It doesn't look like it's deep enough. You want to take a look?
Yeah. It doesn't appear deep enough.
It's a huge ballistic missile. Warhead for a ICBM, something like that, a nuclear weapon. That's bad. I've got pictures of it. I have everything they need of it. I've got pictures of the personnel around here. I think that's enough intel gathering for right now. I think security's going to get real tight in a hurry. I'm out of here.
Straight back.
Bring it on. Save it up.
Keep going.
Will has uploaded his new recon, and he hopes mission is now accomplished.
Command Central, this is Whiskey, be advised, all images are uploaded. How copy?
Good job. You've completed your third objective by gathering this intel. Now, inside the missile is a guidance system. I'm going to upload the images to your computer now.
You're to gain access to the weapon, remove the guidance system cards, and head for the exfil. This is your final objective. How copy, over?
Roger, I copy. Guidance system cards need to be removed. How copy? I think he's trying to get me killed. That's what's called a frag-up. A change in plans. Pretty typical for a special operator.
With his new assignment sending him deep into the enemy compound, Will is in a precarious position. And he's about to make his first mistake.
Roger that. Whiskey out.
What was that?
I think I heard a voice.
I have reason to believe we've got a bogey in the bushes over here. Send one operator in, see if we can stalk him out. Over.
The OPFOR send in expert tracker Mike Lee to see what he can find while the rest stay back to guard the hangar.
We saw him pass by. I don't know if it's one of our guys or him. I don't know what he was wearing, but it was some kind of ball cap or Kevlar. And a couple of our guys are wearing tan caps, so to avoid any blue on blue, I didn't take the shot. Wait, here, see this bar sling? I'm pretty sure it's him. So we're gonna wait it out, see if we can take him out now.
Right now, this is a game of cat and mouse. Cat walked right up on me. Right now, I'm in a hasty fighting position because I know that these guys know exactly where I am. And if they come looking for me and pass me, then maybe I have a chance at the objective. Serious game of cat and mouse going here right now.
Will tries a diversionary tactic.
distracted with a rock. Get back towards the objective. The moment that is the last place I think I'll go.
Mike's been in the hunt for an hour without making radio contact, and it's starting to get dark.
Huh? Why are you going by himself?
Because there's nobody else to go in with him.
We gotta go look for Mikey while we still got a little bit of daylight.
Thing is, we don't want to compromise him either if he's in the hunt.
The OPFOR agreed earlier that after an hour of radio silence, a search party would be sent out. So 2 OPFOR enter the brush.
Screw it. Game's up. He saw the light.
It sounds like they're gonna call up the search warrant. An hour before and an hour after sundown. Rogers Rangers used to always say that's when the French and Indians attack. And that might be a good policy for me right now if I maneuver down there during the changing light conditions. It might work out to my advantage. All right, that hangar right now is lit up like Christmas. No idea how I'm supposed to get in there.
I just don't like standing still when there's somebody out to get us. So I'm just gonna continue to patrol. If nothing else, my being here with white light on should act as a deterrent to keep him on the other end of the playing field.
This guy's gonna come up here and he's gonna make a turn. Good deal, that guy. He drove within like 5 feet of me.
But what Will doesn't realize is that 2 of the OPFOR are hiding along the road between him and the hangar.
I bet these guys expect me to breach in the wee hours. So I'm gonna make my move now. We'll see what happens.
What was that? Did you hear that?
We got one man walking around. We need the light over here, over.
I can either run and get my ass shot off, or I can fight. I choose fight.
He just ran the push.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? On my light! On my light! On my light! On my light! Hit! Hit! I'm hit!
Listen, Tommy 5, I'm hit. I'm out. Guys, I'm hit. I'm done.
Still outnumbered and with his position compromised, Will attempts to make his escape before the rest of the opposition can close in.
Forget this. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Tommy 1, Tommy 1, Tommy 3.
Tommy 3, this is Tommy 1. Over.
Roger, Tommy 1. Be advised, Tommy 4 and 5 are down. Break. We got 1 enemy personnel. Took off running to the north. I've lost him. I'm just west of the front gate, standing by for link up. Over.
special operators have the power and discretion to halt a mission when their cover is blown.
Command Central, this is Whiskey, over.
Send your traffic over.
Be advised, mission brief follows. How copy? I'm just gonna keep moving as I do this. Move overland to the objective area, undetected. Mission completed. Break. Identify stockpiles of weapons. Mission completed. Break. Confirm delivery of WMD. Mission completed. Break. Last objective, secure guidance chips from WMD. Mission incomplete. Break. I took a hard contact on the objective. 2 Op 4 killed, and I had to bug out. Break.
Solid copy, Whiskey.
You've accomplished 3 out of your 4 objectives. Go ahead and head to your exfil for a 0600 extraction.
Roger that. Whiskey out. Helo's inbound right now. Call for exfil. I'm blowing this popsicle stand. I don't want to play anymore. Here they come. Check it out.
Central Command, exfil underway. Standing by for new mission order. Whiskey out.